Today I'm meeting a man who's right on my wavelength.
This radio, an E.K. Cole radio, is the one that started my collection off. It's a radio that we had at home when I was a boy. And I spent most of my waking day with my ear glued to the radio, listening to the school's programmes and Children's Hour and all the other programmes of the day. And I got a great affection from that.
These are the smallest, lightest, portable radios from the 1920s, but at 40 kilograms each, you'd probably only make it to the end of the garden.
And this is a typical radio set of the 1920s.
A set comprised the valves and coils, a separate battery, and a loudspeaker.
And since you needed the complete set of bits and pieces, that's how these things became known as radio sets.
80 years ago, this little radio was given away by the Virginia Tobacco Company. You had to collect coupons, and once you'd smoked 5,000 of their cigarettes, you got one of these for free.
And after that many smokes, you'd probably be ready for a visit from Dr. Finlay.
And when was the golden age of radios, would you say?
I would say it was in the 1930s, mainly because the designs were so interesting, the Art Nouveau and the Art Deco, speaker grills and dials and so on. And the sets are, I think, all looked rather splendid and interesting.
They not only look better than today's radios, they sound so much richer.
It's the wood, and also the circuitry wasn't as clever as it is today, so there was lots of crackles and hisses and howls and so on, which you got used to.
Of course, in those days, the whole family would get together around the radio.
Well, it was the only method of communication to the outside world, and I think programmes like Happy Joe and Itmar and so on.
Stand clear! It's that man again!
Nobody will recognise those names now, but millions and millions of people sat round radios in the evening, listening to those programmes and able to forget the war just for those half hour or so as they were listening.
And that's the end of our lovely story about the wireless from Jeremy Nicholas. Good night, children, everywhere.
God, thank goodness that's over.